Hi everyone, thanks for joining and for listening in today. My name is Dr. Faryal Luhar. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and today we're going to be talking about fasting, the different kinds of fasting, and what some of the benefits are of fasting. So fasting is something that's been practiced for millennia across traditions. Most of the world's major religions have prescribed periodic fasting, whether it's Islam or Judaism or Christianity. We will see that fasting has been part of a religious tradition. It is also practiced in the eastern part of the world. Buddhist monks, Ayurvedic practices from India will also incorporate fasting. Fasting is basically the abstinence of food or drink for a prescribed period of time. It was practiced primarily to help with detoxification as a cleansing process, but also for transcendence, for purification, and for having an enlightened sense of God consciousness. There are various types of fasting. Most of us are familiar with the religious practice of fasting, which is where we practice in the context of a religion. And for example, with Islam, we practice during the month of Ramadan to fast between sunrise and sunset. There are various other types of fasting that are in the context of religion and Christianity. There are biblical fasts, the Daniel fast, and so on. However, fasting is also a very powerful therapeutic process and can be used as part of a wellness regime, such as an intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting basically means bringing the narrow window of eating to about 8 hours or less, and then for the other 16 hours, or if you do a longer period for the fasting, some people go up to 18 hours, some people go up to 20 hours. You would not be eating anything, no solid foods, but you could be drinking. So that's intermittent fasting. There's also fasting, something called 5-2, where people either fast for 5 days and then they eat whatever they want for 2 days, or the other way around, where they're basically eating whatever they want for 5 days and then fasting with a very, very low calorie intake for 2 days to be able to assist with that cleansing and detox system. And then some people who are very experienced will go as far as doing juice fasts or even water fasts. There are several benefits to fasting, and as I mentioned previously, it can be a really powerful therapeutic process. So certain things are happening physiologically in our bodies when we are abstaining from food and drink for a number of hours in a day. Primarily when we are eating a meal, that meal takes up a lot of energy for our digestive systems to actually break down and then extract the nutrients to be able to use those nutrients for energy. And of course, we also have to go through a detoxification process to be able to get rid of wastes. If we're eating all the time, meaning we're eating 5 or 6 times a day, then we are constantly using energy towards digestion. When we abstain from food and drink, those energies can be redirected towards repair, healing, regeneration, and renewal. This is a process known as autophagy, and autophagy is one of the single most important metabolic processes to help us to actually degrade and get rid of damaged and dead cells that the body no longer needs, and to get them out of the system. And it's kind of like cleaning house. So autophagy has lots of benefits because it helps with aging gracefully. It helps to boost growth hormone levels and other anti-aging hormones. On a cardiovascular level, it's going to help to normalize cholesterol levels, bring down blood pressure. It increases HDL, which is the good cholesterol that we need. It's going to improve insulin sensitivity because our body doesn't have to keep releasing insulin from the pancreas in order to break down carbohydrates. So we are going to be able to have better glucose and sugar regulation, as well as many other hormones in the body. Of course, we can use fasting as a regimen to help with fitness and wellness, to get rid of excess fat, because when we're not taking food in, then the body requires energy and it starts to use the fat stores for energy requirements. The brain also benefits from fasting because when we fast, we're also helping the brain to detoxify and clean up, and we release a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is a protein that protects against neuronal loss, and it also boosts cognitive function. So many people who become experienced with fasting will also report a feeling of more mental clarity, sharper focus, increased energy levels, and they will also improve their creativity, have a higher sense of enlightenment, and will be able to just be a little bit more focused and more productive in their day-to-day work. For those of you who are curious about fasting, please do note that it is something that might need to be practiced on a graduated scale. And for people who are chronically seriously ill or who are very adrenally depleted or malnourished, this may not be something that they should be doing unless they're doing under medical supervision. While fasting has many benefits, even for people who have cancer, for example, because of the autophagy process that I discussed previously, it is something that needs to be discussed with your health professional. So to reap the benefits of fasting, you can do some more research, you can reach out to me as well, and I hope that you will enjoy some of the benefits we spoke about today. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm Dr. Farial Luhar.